It's a small country, very, very, very small country in the east side of Europe. There is a Black Sea, there is a coast, very beautiful. We are next to Turkey and Greece. If you know where are these places. Okay, I'll pick it up, no worries. So let's see, I don't know, just the devotees are so merciful. They asked me to say something about Krishna consciousness, about Srila Prabhupada. Some realizations. I don't have so many, but I will be happy to share with you because I am so lucky. Because this is so rare to be in the association of devotees. This is so rare to see the deities of God. In Shastra, they say that the deities of God and God Himself, there is no difference. No difference. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Welcome. And they say that between God and His name, there is also no difference. Did you heard about this? So how I see all of you here are interested in spirituality, and probably you want to be responsible about your interest, right? Because if someone have interest for something, for example, when you are small kid and you want to train something, or I don't know, for example, you want to be what is the favorite sport here? Cricket, right? Cricket, yes. So you want to be a good cricket player, right? Like in Europe, for example, most of the kids, they want to be a football player. So you want to be a cricket player, then you have to be very responsible, right? To attend all the trainings, all the, every day you have to push yourself to train and to improve yourself day after day, right? Do some of you have this experience to want to do something and to catch it so strongly, to have this desire to do it with that responsibility? Do you? Wait, let me ask, who is coming here for, I'm sure that there is no devotees who are coming for first time, but who is coming for first time here? You, so nice. What's your name? Jira. Chira. Chira. Okay, my name is Vamshi. Okay, you too. So 3 new persons. Let's congratulate them with Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So nice. So who is coming for second or third time? Oh, most of you are, oh, you. What is your name, please? Shantanu. Ah, there is a book, Shantanu. Did you heard about it? Okay. So nice. You're so lucky. How I start the talking, that I'm very lucky, because this is so incredible to be part of the association of devotees. So you guys are so lucky, all of you. And all of you who are attending again and again, because why? You are developing some taste, right? Who is coming for more than 3 times? Okay, you are attending regularly that programs, huh? And coming to the temple. Yeah, so when we are associating with devotees, we are developing some taste. And how I said, the spirituality goes together with responsibility. So on how we have to deal with these 2 things. Usually, responsibility means that you give yourself to someone who will guide you. For example, mentor or teacher who will train you, right? You want to do this cricket game, or you want to box, or you want to, I don't know, so many sports or some other things, or you want to sing, right? You want to be a good singer. Then you have to go and you have to learn. Somebody have to teach you. So we have to be dependent on that person. So this means that we have to be responsible, and we have to take his instructions very, very, very seriously, right? What do you think about this? Definitely, right? So we need somebody who to enthuse us, to make us feel that we really belong to this place where we are. So this is also the same with the spirituality and the people who can make us, who can inspire us to be more serious in our practice. So what we are talking about here, most of the time we are talking about chanting one specific mantra. This specific mantra is very amazing mantra. Because of that, they call it Maha Mantra. Did you heard about that? And why is Maha? What means Maha? Everybody knows, right? Yeah, Maha means, yeah, superior. Maha means the biggest, yes, so the coolest, in jargon. So we are chanting this mantra to purify ourselves. Like you're going to have this training of cricket or some other sport or something else. So you have to make different things, activities to can, you have to follow, for example, you have to follow some kind of diet, or you have to get up, you have to go to bed early, and then you have to get up early, right? Because you have to be strong, you have to have capacity to go and to train. It's the same also with the spiritual life. We need to be ready for that transcendental process. You know what is transcendental, right? Something which is beyond, something which we don't understand well, something which we don't know. And because of that, we need that mentor, that person who will inspire us in our path on bhakti. So how many of you knows what is bhakti? How many? Bhakti. Bhakti yoga. No one. Okay, let's say I'll tell you one story for selfishness and for giving without expectations. You know what is to give and to don't wait anything in the change? Selfless. Like the mother and the father. Yeah, they are giving, right? You have small brothers or sisters, some of you. Okay, so you're, maybe sometimes she will not act properly, but you'll be fine with it, and you'll help her always. You'll guide her. It's so important to be to give and to don't expect anything. So there is this story about this king. There is a king. His name is Raghunath. The strange is that this king, he was very, very, very satisfied with what just comes from the providence. He never will do anything to make efforts to have food or anything. He was very satisfied with everything. He was a very simple personality. He had a family of 5. So his wife and 3 children. So one day he didn't eat more than 48 hours. And because he's not doing anything, if something will come, then he will accept. If not, they will just wait. And somebody just came to their door and knocked the door. He just opened the door and somebody gave them some food, because he knows that he is not doing anything and they are depending on what just comes from outside. And gave them some food, and this food was, he divided this food for all of his family members. They sit to take this food to eat, but at the same time, somebody knocked on the door. He opened the door, and there was a priest. And this priest said to this Raghunath, I'm so hungry. Can you help me? Can you give me something to eat? And Raghunath immediately just gave one of his portion to that priest. And then this priest went out and he divided what there left, and he just would start to eat, but again somebody knocked the door. He opened the door, and this time there was a one person with his dog, and this person said, "We are very hungry. My dog is very hungry. I'm also very hungry. Can you help us with some food?" And then he immediately, without thinking, gave two of his portions. Then they sit again. They left small quantity of food, and he was just to start to take that food, and again somebody knocked the door. This time there was a, here in India, in Shastra they say that there is a people like dog eaters. They say chandalas. You heard about these names of these people? Outcasted. So there was some outcasted person at the door. It was a person who is eating meat. And this person asked also for food. He thought that he's very hungry and he needs to eat something. And again, there was left just one small quantity of food. And Raghunath immediately gave it to that person without thinking, without any expectations, without thinking what will happen to his family or anything. So I will ask you, all of you and myself, to be, okay, we can be like him. Probably this is a process. We need time. But let's give something from us to the others, right? When somebody asks something from us, don't say immediately, no, I can't help you, or I don't have time or anything. Let's think about this story. Let's think about this thing that we have to give to the others. So this is also responsibility. This is very, very big responsibility to give and to don't have any expectations. I said it's impossible from the beginning to give everything like this person, but let's do some efforts, huh? Let's think about these things. It's so inspiring. This story for selfless is so inspiring for me because of that I'm sharing with you. So bhakti is about giving. You are giving your love to somebody. You do fall in love. I don't know. You're young guys. You do have experience, to love someone. And when somebody is in love, he have this kind of mentality that he will die for that person, right? He doesn't want anything from him. Most of the time, the relationships in the material world are business. I'm with someone because he's giving me something, I'm giving him something. So this kind of business. But bhakti is different. Bhakti is about giving without expectations. Like these people who are like fell in love and they're ready to do anything and they don't have any expectations. They just say, doesn't matter if he will love me or not. I just want to see him, just to stay around him. Anyway, this is kind of materialistic example, but anyway, this is kind of close to that's what I want to say to you about giving. So there is three very important components in bhakti which can help us to develop this goal of life, bhakti or prem bhakti. So they are sambandha, abhideya, and prayojana. So Sambandha means the knowledge about ourselves and God and our relationships, the relationships between us and God. And what is our position? What is our position and what we have to do? Abhidaya means activities. So activities like chanting Hare Krishna, serving the devotees, listening, how you are doing now, remembering the God, the stories, all these activities, they can help us to have this sambandha, right? And to reach the ultimate goal of life, which is prayojana, which means pure love without any expectations, just giving and nothing, you're not waiting for anything in return. So because of that, we are coming to these temples and we are observing the deities, we're praying, we're associating with others. They are telling us stories about God. For example, what actually attracted me to this process of Krishna consciousness, to this interesting, wonderful, scientific, spiritual knowledge. This is science of self-realization. Do somebody of you met this book, Science of Self-Realization? Yes, nice. Did you read it? Wonderful. So actually Prabhupada says this is even not religion, this is a science of spirituality. This is who we are, what is our connection with God, and what we have to do to go back to Him. But what means to go back to Him? There is three different aspects of God: Brahman, Paramatma, and Bhagavan. You know you know what is the meaning of that word? Brahman means that everything we see, everything we can reach in our senses, and everything which we can't receive or see, and all of us are one with the absolute truth. Everything is one, right? But this is just the beginning of understanding our eternal relationships with that absolute truth. The second step of understanding the God is to understand that the God is also Paramatma. What means that? Paramatma means that God is entering like super soul in every atom. You know what is atom, right? In every heart of every living being, and he's staying there like a observer who is guiding us from within. So sometimes probably you have this feeling that something from your heart is saying to you that you don't have to do this. You don't have to do something, or you have to do something, right? This is called intuition, right? Did you have this feeling? Many times. I had many times. So this means that God is trying to tell you something, to protect you, or to inspire you to do something. It's so important to look into our heart and to try and understand what God is saying, because we're part and parcel of Him, and next to the soul, Paramatma is situated. So this is what the yogis are doing. They are trying to understand and to see Paramatma in their hearts. But Srila Prabhupada, that wonderful personality who wrote that Vedic culture and that science, that spiritual science to the West, he's saying that there is much, much, much more and further step than these two. The final step, the final destination. There is a movie called Final Destination. He's saying that the final understanding and complete understanding of God is that God is a person. And he's not an ordinary person. He's the ultimate person. He's the highest. He's the highest personality. This is the topmost person. Yes, and this highest being, we have similar qualities like him, but we are very, very small. Prabhupada gives that example that we're like the drop of the ocean, right? The drop of the ocean actually is the same. The chemicals, all the parts in that drop is the same like the ocean, right? The big ocean. And we can say that it's almost the same in one sense. But in other sense, we can say that because this drop is just small drop. The big ocean just will go to that drop and the drop will be so insignificant. It's the same like with the fire and the sparkles which comes from the fire, right? So we are like the small spiritual beings which comes from this big fire, right? Can you understand? Can you follow what I'm saying? So, yeah, this is the highest understanding that the God is Bhagavan. What means that? So Bhagavan is the topmost, the highest personality. So he have also activities, he have qualities, he have many names, he have so many expansions, so innumerable forms and activities all around the universe and all around the universes. So there are these books, Srimad Bhagavatam. Did you heard about them? They say that this book is Bhagavata Purana. This is topmost stories for Lord and his devotees, his followers. So there is so many other things. When we come, when we visit the temples, we start to associate. We need Sangha. What is Sangha? To have association with someone. Usually what we are doing, we are associating with someone who is like-minded, right? Definitely you'll not go to associate with someone who you don't like. Always we are trying to find someone who is close to our understandings, and we want to to go together. So because of that, we are dependent of devotees of Krishna. So first of all, in my country and in Europe and in the West, the people, they first can't understand that they are not this body, right? But here in India, this is very easily to understand because you have the culture. Of course, here is also, especially in Mumbai, in big cities like Delhi, in Kolkata, other also, you can see the influence of the West. But again, the culture is there. And even if you know that, you know what is right and what is not right. Minimum. Most of the people in India, which is like you have this wonderful gift to be born here in Bharat. This amazing place. There are so many Vedic scriptures who explains the importance of that sacral place where you're born. For example, all the people in the West, we are outcasted. We are people who are even, you don't have to speak with them. Because you see, everything bad is coming from the West, right? All the bad things, all the bad habits, and all the atheism. I hope every of you is have some beliefs in God because of that you are here, you know. But there is so much atheism in the world all around us. And Prabhupada came to America to give us that knowledge and to save us from that materialism and voidism, these things which makes us to go in very wrong direction. And you are so lucky that you are born here. You have the base, you know, this is very important. And it is so rare actually to meet a devotee. Because of that, when we meet devotee, we have to understand how sacred and how rare is this, and we have to be responsible to keep that relationships. Because only through the mercy of the devotees we can understand actually who is God, and we have to do, we can develop our love for him. So, how I said, you are the most luckiest person in the world because you are here, you are attending programs, you are going to see the deities. Did you went to the temple? Yeah. Did you like the forms of God? Yeah, they say that it is very difficult to understand in our Western countries why we are worshiping that sculptures, you know. It is like idols. And most of the people, they can't understand. They're asking me, but how it's possible that you can say this is a God, you know? But Prabhupada gives us very good explanations that these figures, they are giving us by the mercy of the Lord to can worship him. Because God, this Bhagavan, he's so transcendental, so beyond anything. So if we want to see him, it's impossible. He will burn. We will burn if we see it. You know, if we see the guard. So because of that, I don't know if you read Bhagavad Gita. Who read Bhagavad Gita? Nice. So there, if you remember, Arjuna wants to see the universal form of Krishna, right? But this is not so. It's not so easy, you know. The Lord have to give you eyes, special vision for it. To have this darshan, this special darshan. Huh? Darshan means to see. Huh? So this is very important to develop that humble attitude and to pray for other vision. You can see the Lord in the altar, because otherwise you are just seeing some beautiful sculptures which are ornamented with dresses, and but we have to understand that these are real. He's real, and they're real, and there are so many stories in different temples. I don't know if you heard about it, but so many stories between pujaris and the deities. How the deities are speaking to the pujari, or sometimes the boga, the offering, is just gone. It's not there. Or sometimes the deity, pujari is going to the altar and deity is not there. Deity to run away to do something, you know. So many wonderful stories. I heard so many stories. Actually, I'm so lucky we went to, this time, we are staying 1 month and 20 days in India. So we went to South India. Did somebody went to South India ever? Such amazing India. It's a different country, right? Everything. They're, you know, they are so kind to people. Everything is very, very clean, you know, very clean. The roads are so nice. The people are so humble. They have this This very culture is very prominent there. Actually, sorry for that, but in Mumbai you can't see that so much, right? But going to the west, you'll see that things are so different. So I had the opportunity to visit wonderful temples in Tirupati, Srirangam. I don't know if you heard about it. There are different forms of Vishnu. Also, there is one place called Ahobilam. This is so amazing place with big mountains. Did you heard the story of Nrsimhadev? So there is Nrsimhadev temples, many. Because this is the original place where Nrsimhadev appeared. There is one very big hill. Who went there? Okay, yeah, you went there. So Ahobilam, you are going up like, I don't know, maybe around 1,000 meters up from the, and so many steps. You're going up there and you see the beautiful mountains, so enormous, and you feel so small, so insignificant. And at this moment, you are realizing how small we are and how insignificant we are and how we are dependent of something big, right? Amazing, amazing. So if you have opportunity, go visit holy places. So one of the activities to develop this pure love is to go to different holy places, right? Like Vrindavan. Who went to Vrindavan? You have to go to Vrindavan. You have to visit our ISKCON temple there. We have so beautiful Krishna Balaram. That is so beautiful Radha Shama Sundara. Who is Shama Sundara? Krishna himself. Sham. Why Sham? Sham means dark, so dark, like bluish. There is also Gaurnitai. These are forms of God who came 500 years ago, and they gave us that congregational chanting. They gave us that Sankirtan movement. That together, in this age of Kali, we can participate that congregational chanting together. Let's do it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. But first, what we have to understand that we are not the body, we are the soul. There is one verse in Bhagavad Gita who is inspiring me very much. And I'm preaching in my country to the non-devotees very often that, because they are very much afraid from that. Everybody is very much afraid from that, isn't it? Especially the people in all these Christian countries, Muslim countries, they're afraid from God. So they're asking me, what is else? There is nothing after that, there is nothing, just nothing. But Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Dehinosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavaram jara, tatra dehantara tir diras tatra namuhyati. I will explain, like Krishna says that from baby to childhood, and then to youth, then to elder, to growing man, then to very old age. The soul is moving from body to body, isn't it? You are changing our bodies all the time. You are a baby, right? Then you had a 5 years old body, right? Then you had this 10 years old body, then you had 15 years old body, then you have 20 years old body. You're changing all the time. Now I'm 39. I'm completely different from when I was 19 or when I was 8 or 5. It's so strange, huh? And Krishna says at the end of that verse that at the end of our life, in our death, we just changing our body again. And one intelligent person doesn't have to afraid from it. But all these people are afraid from that, right? So interesting. Krishna says how we change our clothes day after day. In the same way we're changing our bodies when the moment of death is coming. So wonderful. And I was explaining before to other group of devotees that there is something very inspiring for me. I heard it from my guru Maharaj that every person have something unique, and we have to use it in that way to can satisfy others. You know, this is very big responsibility, right? To to catch this spirituality and to be responsible and to understand what we have actually, to see what is our nature and to use it for the benefit of others. And the best is to for the benefit of the devotees of Lord. Because Krishna, he says in Bhagavad Gita, I'm completely equal to anyone, to everyone, everyone, always. He's not, you know, he is not separating anyone, but he have very, very special relationships with his devotees. He says that in Bhagavad Gita. This is very important to understand that he's saying that he's very much more happy when we are satisfying his devotees than himself, right? Supreme Personality of Godhead. I want to ask you, can you understand that? Can you understand Can you understand that God God is a person? It's very difficult to understand, right? That we have relationship, that we can have relationships with him, right? This is what actually really attracted me very much when I met one of the books of Srila Prabhupada. And there was very interesting part also. He said that Krishna means all attractive. First he said in the book, first time I was reading, I was 18. How old are you? 15. You're so young. Who is 18? Nice. When I was 18, I met Prabhupada's books. And I was reading there that God have many names. And one of his names is Krishna. And Krishna means all attractive. So logical, right? It was so logical for me. Because if God have name, this name must be all attractive. The meaning of this name must be all attractive. And then Prabhupada continued that the God have all qualities in full, like he's the most beautiful, he's the most rich, most wealthy, he's the most in everything. There is the 6 qualities of God who are in all of us, but in very, very small quantity. Can you remember what I said about the ocean? The example of the ocean and the fire and the drop. So we have to take very serious that spiritual life and to depend on someone who will guide us, who will be our mentor, who will inspire us. How I said, like in the sport, or if you want to do something and if you want to be the best in that thing. So we have to use the same attitude in our spiritual life. We have to want to be the best for serving the devotees, the best to serving Krishna, best to serving others. And I said, all of us have something unique and we have to use it. We have to see what is it and to use in our life to make the other lives better, to make the life of others better. Hare Krishna, thank you very much. I hope I shared with you something inspiring, and if you have some questions or if you want to add something, I will be happy to hear. Okay. Okay, bro. Thank you.
Just curious, which book was it?
The how is called the perfection of the perfection of yoga. This was the name of Prabhupada books. And then I started to develop to want to see the devotees. I met somebody, and my aunt actually, she saw me that I'm interested in this science, and she told me, "Oh, do you know I have a book somebody distributed me on the street? This book called Krishna book, and this is with this very beautiful goddess Krishna." She even doesn't understand that this is not a goddess, this is a god himself. But I was okay with that. I thanked her and I said, okay, give it to me. And I started to read these wonderful stories of Krishna, these wonderful pastimes of Krishna as a child when he was here, he was present 5,000 years ago. Huh? Can you believe how lucky you are? You are stepping in these places where the God Himself stepped so many years before. You should go over it now. Okay, think about this is called a Ahobilam, and this particular hill is called Nisimha Stamba. This is the place where God, Nisimha, as a half lion, half human form, appeared to save his devotee, Prahlad Maharaj, from his demoniac father, from his demon father, Hiranyakashipu. This is a wonderful pastime. You have to start reading Srimad Bhagavatam, and there is 7 chanto, right? You can find that whole story. This is so incredible story about the devotion, till where devotion can go. You know, this Prahlad boy is just 5 years old. Ahobilam. 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 It's very small place. There is big temple first in the village, very small village. You have very big temple of Sri Sampradaya. There are Vaishnavas. They are worshipping Vishnu in the form of Nrsimhadev and Lakshmi Devi. Very beautiful temple and very beautiful forms. They're golden. Such a wonderful places in this South India. Sorry, Prabhu, you can.
How did you relate with Krishna? You are from a very different background.
Yes.
How?
You know, there is many paths, right? Many different paths. So many ways to reach, to be a spiritual person, like yogi, to do exercise, or, to read philosophical books and to thinking about, this all kind of ways to reach. But I'm from Muslim background. And anyway, I was educated to chant the names of God, because in the Islam they are also chanting the names of God. For example, they have different names. They have 99 names, and they are chanting them, like Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Alhamdulillah, different things, different names. So this was very, close to my understanding that by chanting, I can develop, I can feel something, because Prabhupada was continuing to explain in that book that this chanting can change, can purify your heart, because in our heart are so dirtiness. It's all dirty, and we are so full we're contaminated with so many things, materialistic things, like we have so bad tendency to want what we don't have, right? He have something, I want to have the same or even better. we are envious, we are greedy. I myself, so many times, even I'm practicing Krishna consciousness more, not, not even so seriously, but last 10 years, I'm trying my best. And I feel, even nowadays, I'm feeling this, I have this feeling that I'm so envious of others for different reasons, in my work, in my, even between the devotees sometimes, why he's there, not I am. So all these things can be, we can go through them, we can go beyond them just by chanting. But also there are so many other activities, how I mentioned before. This is actually this abhidya to do and to purify ourselves. Yeah, my mother gave me the belief of God from very young age, and I'm very thankful to her. And now she's also chanting sometimes Hare Krishna. She's a pure vegetarian from 10 years maybe. But she's also praying to Allah, She's saying, don't be angry with me. I love Allah, I love Krishna also. They're both are very, very special for me. Because she have this background, so many years. But you're so lucky also because of that. You're so young. I think the most elder person here is maximum 23, right? Yes. You're so young. You're so lucky. You're meeting the devotees and you're meeting the deities. You're meeting the books of Srila Prabhupada in wonderful age, in age when you can really take something and to try to conquer this spirituality and to get it so seriously and to be responsible and to say, yes, I will be devotee of Krishna. I will be devotee of the Supreme Lord. I will be devotee of Supreme Person of Godhead, person, not just something, Of course, there is this understanding, there is this explanations. This is also there, but there is much more. We have to seek for it. Because this is the shortcut, If you want from here to Hobilam, it's so far after Hyderabad, 200 kilometers after, I think. If you go by walking, how many days, huh? If you go by car, yeah, well, probably 1-2 days. I don't know, something like that. But if you take the plane, airport is so close to you, here to the temple. Hyderabad or Chennai, then you're moving to Kadapa, very small airplane. You think that you fall down, Very, very funny, but you're going to Kadapa, and from Kadapa, you're taking some car and you're going to Hobila. So like that, we have to choose the shortest way to go back to Godhead. Because Srila Prabhupada explains in his books that this is the fastest train, to go back. Because our original position is to serve, we have this bhakti in our heart, this selfless giving to everyone. We are part and parcel of that highest living being. We have all the qualities, but in very, very, very small amount. Anybody else?
As you said, in Western world there are more and
Can you repeat? Sorry.
as you said, there are more atheists in the Western world.
More what in the Western world?
Atheists.
Atheist, yes. Sorry.
In the Western world, and here are people are more likely to understand God.
Yeah.
But most of the people are sahajiyas. What is more dangerous, the sahajiyas or the atheists?
I think the Sahajiyas, Prabhupada gives us that answer in his books. This is the most dangerous thing because they're inventing something which is not exist, They're inventing rituals. They're making the religion how they want, they're adapting on their own way because they want to enjoy, they want to be the Purusha. You know the meaning of Purusha? Purusha means the enjoyer, and the ultimate enjoyer can be only God Himself. All others are meant to serve Him and to make Him happy. He's self-sufficient. He don't need anything because he's the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But anyway, he's very happy when his kids who run away, like I have a daughter, some of the Prabhus know her here. She's 9, but in some age maybe she will have to go away from our home, right? She will go away, she will want to do something else, I don't know. And what's the father do? Father just gives her the blessings and she's going to enjoy somewhere, right? Or son is going somewhere. So the God gave us that material world, that innumerable universes, and gave us the system, the Vedic culture, how to enjoy. But He's also very eager to see how we will realize that our place is not here, because this is not our original place from where we are coming. He's very happy to know that some of us wants to go back to Him, wants to develop our relationships with Him. So because of that, the short answer of your question is that the Sahajiyas are very dangerous and the atheists are not so. Because I know many devotees around me who were atheists in the past. They were atheists. They didn't believe at all. I have one family friend. The mother became a devotee. She's from Ukraine. The father is a rich man, his husband. Then she make him devotee. Then they make one of the kids devotee. Then made the daughter devotee. The daughter made the husband devotee. But they were full atheists. I know them from these years when they were atheists. They didn't believe in anything. But this Mataji started to listen. One Russian guy, he's a kind of spiritual master. His name is Audarya Dam Prabhu. But he is very famous with his Karmi name, Oleg Tursunov. He is a man who is giving, in YouTube you can write Tursunov and you'll find so many lectures. Unfortunately, they are in Russian language, but there are also translation in English. So he makes thousands of devotees, especially around this area, Russia, Ukraine, even our Bulgaria, because we are ex-Soviet country, Romania. Because this person, he doesn't speak anything about Krishna he's just speaking about the spiritual life, about things like what's our nature, how we have to act, depend of this nature, how Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita. I said this in the previous meeting, that better to perform your duty with mistakes than to perform the other duties with perfectly, because this to follow others duty is dangerous. This is very, very dangerous. I met one lady, I told in the previous story, Prabhu, I just will repeat because this is inspiring for me and I hope it will inspire others. I met one lady once. We had some talk about the spirituality and these kind of things. I tried to preach her somehow. And she said that she's very unhappy. And I asked her, why you're so unhappy? And she said, I'm very unhappy because I'm working as accountant. You know what is accountant? From 20 years. And all these mathematics, all these things connected with, she doesn't like it at all. And I asked her, but what you are liking then? What you feel that you can do? Why you're not happy? I love to paint, she said. I love to paint. This is my like. This is what makes me fully happy. So I'm so satisfied when I'm painting. And I asked her, "Are you good in this?" And she said, "Yes, I can show you." She was humble. She said, "Okay, I can show you." And she showed me actually in the phone. She had some paintings, and it was so beautiful. I was thinking, this lady, she spent probably half of her life, even maybe she was like 55 or something, and she said that 25 or 30 years she is working like an accountant. And I was thinking, why you're doing that? And I asked her, and she said, because my father and mother, they were accountants, and they wanted for me also to continue with that, but this doesn't make her happy. And she said, I think to stop with that and to go somewhere and just to paint. So this is the nature for this is the same thing for what Krishna is explaining to Arjuna, right? Because Arjuna wants to quit. Actually, he wants to. He doesn't want to have anything connected with killing others. He doesn't want that karma, right? But Krishna says you have duty, you have to perform it. So this means responsibility, right? Right, bro? Hare Krishna, I don't know, maybe we are past the time from.
You will be here next.
So
Do you have any question we can ask you?
if somebody,
Yeah.
I will be around. Thank you. Let's chant Hare Krishna again. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Prabhupada.